My name is Richard Bequette from the United States of America. North Carolina is the state I live in, and presently I'm 62 years old. It's low back pain, but also my main problem was I had sciatic nerve pain down my right leg, and I had it since last November of 2013. And that's when I first came to Bangkok Hospital. Well, I was on vacation from Afghanistan where I work, and my trip I had planned was I go to Bali, which I did, and then I went to North Sumatra, and then part of it was to come to Bangkok for one night, and then come down to Phuket. Friends that I work with said, you know, this is a good place to visit. When I got hurt in Bali and eventually ended up in Sumatra, there was a doctor there, a general practitioner, and he said that on my trip when I was going to Phuket, he says, Thailand has very good hospitals, so if you have time, you know, go see a doctor there. Dr. Chaiyuth. Well, I've been recovering for a month. And progressively, well, the doctor told me back in November of last year, he said, you really need the operation, but I said, I need to go back to work. And I said, if I can make it back here, I will come and get the operation. And I've just taken it easy, you know, per doctor's orders. And now it's been almost a month, and but he told me, he says, the day of the operation you will feel no more pain in your leg and you'll be walking. And that was true, and I've just gotten better and better, and doing a slow recovery, but I've been able to do many activities, and I'm feeling great. It's November, December, 2.5 months. Yeah, 3 months, yeah. January, most of January. January 29th was my operation day. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, immensely. The first time I came to see or come to Bangkok Hospital, and I'm not sure if you're going to ask that question, but I'll go ahead and explain. The day when I left, I was at Patong Beach, staying at Safari Hotel, and the day I was going to search out a hospital and a doctor, I went to reception and I asked two girls there. I said, if you were to go to a hospital, where would you go? And they say Bangkok Hospital, Phuket. And then so I said, well, I need to get a taxi to go there. I said, how much? They said 500 baht is a good price. So I walked out there and went to the first taxi person, nothing selective. And I said, how much to go to Bangkok Hospital? He said, 500 baht. I said, let's go. I said, but let me ask you a question. If you had a choice between Phuket International and Bangkok, where would you go, or where would you take your family? He said, Bangkok.
Okay. Would you recommend Bangkok Hospital to your family and friends?
Absolutely. Yes, I was amazed by the service and how everything was very organized, and they moved you efficiently through the procedure, from reception to getting a card, getting you straight to the doctor you need to see, which is quite different from America, because in America you need to see a general practitioner first to refer you to a specialist. But here they just, if you have an orthopedic problem like I did, straight to an orthopedic doctor, which is very smart and very efficient, I think, and best for the patient, you know, and no delays or anything. And I was amazed the very first day I got to see Dr. Chaiyuth. You know, for me, it was fortunate because he's the head of the department, and this what he does are backs. So that was perfect, you know. And he said, you need an MRI so I can really see what's going on. I understand what you're telling me about your symptoms, you know. And he said that my general practitioner, which was an Australian doctor, was very good too. And he was spot on with his diagnosis. But his recommendation was definitely see orthopedic doctor and, you know, get an MRI. And that happened that afternoon. And then that evening, Dr. Chaiyuth looked at the MRI and showed me the problems on the MRI. And he wanted to operate the next day if he could, because he knew that that's what I really needed. But I explained my situation, and he gave me the spinal injection instead to help me get through 2.5 months of work. Which was difficult sometimes, but I made it, and I'm so happy I came back.